So today we're going to be talking about a basic hunter deck to get you off the ground. The goal of this deck is to basically play cheap creatures and create lots of pressure early on, forcing our opponent to react to us. We want to chip away at our opponent's health with the creatures. If we run out of steam, we can just finish them off with direct damage from our hero power, kill command, and Nightblade. In terms of card selection, let's look at the creatures first. We of course have our basic staples for our basic decks in the form of 1 Acidic Swampoos, 2 Shattered Tongue Cleric, 2 Chewin' Yeti, and 2 Bold Fist Ogre. One of the great things about Hunter is the synergy that it has with beasts. For this reason, we've put a lot of beasts into our basic Hunter deck. We've got 2 Stone Tusk Boar, 2 Bloodfen Raptor, 2 River Crocolisk, 2 Animal Companion, 2 Iron Fur Grizzly, 1 Oasis Snapjaw, and 2 Houndmaster. Now, Animal Companion is actually a spell, but we treat it as a creature because it can only summon creatures. The 3 creatures you can summon at random are a 4-2 Huffer with Charge, a 4-4 Misha with Taunt, or a 2-4 Leok that gives all your other creatures +1 attack. Finally, we've also got 2 Nightblade in the deck to deal the last point of damage to our opponent if we have to. In terms of spells, on top of our 2 Animal Companion, we also have 2 Arcane Shot, 2 Multi-Shot, and 2 Hunter's Mark. Now, Hunter's Mark is not removable by itself, but it makes it a lot easier to kill big targets. It really goes well with cards like Stone Tusk Boar. In terms of our mulligan decisions, we're always looking to keep Acidic Swampoos, Bloodfen Raptor, and River Crocolisk. If you have a turn 2 play, you can also look at keeping cards like Animal Companion, Iron Fur Grizzly, and Shattered Tongue Cleric. If you have a turn 2 play and you have the coin, you can also look at keeping Chewin' Yeti, Houndmaster, and Oasis Snapjaw. In terms of keeping removal in your hand, we want to apply pressure to the board as early as possible. Removal does not help us do that. We can always draw into it if we need to. Remember, we're looking to be proactive, and removal does not help us do that. But enough talking about the deck, let's see it in action. Okay, so against Warrior, we're on the draw. Stone Tusk Boar isn't really good in our opening hand. We want to get rid of the Bold Fist Ogres. Oasis Snapjaw's fine on turn 3, but we don't have a turn 2 play in our hand yet. So I want to get rid of that as well. See what we get. Our opponent's thrown back 2. We get 2 Shattered Tongue Clerics, Houndmaster, and a Multi-Shot. So we have a turn 2 play with our coin, which is fine. We also have a turn 2 play now. So I'm just going to pass. Okay, he's just going to armor up, which is fine for us. Because our hero power basically directly counters that. We're going to play River Crocolisk. If he removes this on turn 3 with Fiery War Axe, that's absolutely fine. Okay, so he's just going to armor up here. So it looks like we're okay. We have an option here at this point. We can either play one of the Shattered Tongue Clerics, or we can play the Houndmaster. Now, I want to get much value out of this Houndmaster because I can always play Shattered Tongue Cleric the following turn. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to coin out the Houndmaster here. Make this a 4-5 and make it really difficult to remove for our opponent. And we've now got 8 power on the board.
Blood and plunder.
Okay, so he's got Dread Corsair and Patches the Pirate. Luckily, we have Multi-Shot, which will deal with both. And that's another 8 damage to the face. And we're looking pretty good at this point. Ah, okay, so here's Prince Kalaseth as another South Sea captain. So now everything in his deck is +1/+1. So it's really important that we get him to 0 as quickly as possible. Luckily, I have another Multi-Shot in my hand. And I'm just going to hit him for 8 again. And we're looking quite good at this point. We've got him on 14. If I use Arcane Shot, he'll be on 12. And I'll have lethal the next turn as well with Kill Command and the Hero Power. So I'm actually going to use the Arcane Shot here, just to be mana efficient.
Pinch of death cup, heel of shoe.
Okay, let's see what he gets. A 7-drop. Really hope it's not a taunt.
I hear you got a problem.
It's not a taunt, and that is game. Our opponent has some very powerful cards in his deck, but it does not matter. There we go. Okay, so we're up against Warrior. We're going first, and we want none of these cards. None of them are proactive in the first couple of turns. But that is the ideal curve. 2 into 3 into 4. Yep, looking good. Okay, so what are you pointing at?
Armor made to fit.
Yep, not a problem. That might just be a bit obnoxious, but I'm okay with that. Play the Bloodspam Raptor, see how he reacts. Okay, he's just going to armor up, which is fine. Cool. I'm actually going to play the Ironfur Grizzly on turn 3 and then just hit face. I want to force him. I just basically want to force him to react to what I'm doing. Because if he's just playing Armor Smith followed by Armor Up, he's very reactive. Let's sleep with the fishes. Okay. I'm just going to play the Chill and Yeti and pass. I've got Houndmaster now, which means that I have a really good turn 6 or turn 7. I might even have a good turn 5. It depends on what I get. Next turn, I think I'm going to play Ironfur Grizzly and then Hero Power. Depends on what I draw, though.
I live to serve the Lich King.
Okay. Is it whenever you survive damage? Summon a 2/2. Sure, kill it. Don't want anything to do with that. And then we'll play out the Ironfur Grizzly. And if he has an execute for Chillwind Yeti, he has an execute. I have other cards in my deck that are better executing. Yeah, there it is. Sure. Cool. So I am just going to straight up play the Houndmaster here. As a tempo play. There we go. Well, bad news, it can't attack, and it's not going to get any better either, because I've got this. Also going to play an Animal Companion to see what we get. There's Huffer. So I'm going to use Huffer to attack that, because Houndmaster has more resilience. And then I'm just going to Hero Power. Cool, so he's on 16. And if he has another one of those, that's just going to be really awkward. Okay. Serrated Shield it is. Attack 4. Play the Reverend Crocodile, play the Nightblade. At this point, we can't afford to think about Brawl. We just need to keep attacking.
Sharp gadgets and steel. A blade be thirsty.
Okay. I think at this point, I am just going to play both multi-shots. So that makes sense. And then kill that. Yeah, he gets 2 armor, but that's fine. And at this point, he's on 8. I've got 10 damage on the table. If he armors up, I've still got him. I've got Nightblade, I've got my Hero Power, Frothing Berserker. You haven't got anything to give it charge. Tower Shield, sure. 4, 10, 13, 18, 20. So not quite lethal.
This one's mine.
Do I just play everything out? I think I do just play everything out. Force him to react. Like, he's now used both shields. Okay, there's Execute. That's both Executes down. Yeah, and that's it. That is the game.
This one's mine.
Yes, this hunter deck really good against warrior.
You asked for it.
Let the hunt begin.
Okay, so we're up against mage, and it's a golden mage as well, so it's got 500 wins. Stone to Sport, 6-1 Poos, Handmaster, all fine. I think this hand's fine because we're on the draw. Don't want to play Stone to Spawn naked. We're not going to play anything on turn 2. We're just going to pass. There's Raven Familiar. There's Meteor. Okay. Someone must be having ranked anxiety or something, because you've got 500 wins because you're Golden Mage. It makes no sense. We'll play these 6-1 Poos and pass the turn. We've drawn all our high-end stuff early on, which isn't a great look. And you're just going face, so you've got a way of dealing with this 6-1 Poos. You don't have a way with 6-1 Poos. Interesting. Just gonna hit you then, because I think I just outrace you. I don't really want to play this Houndmaster on its own. Next turn, I've got Stone to Spore Coin Houndmaster, but then that gets played, and we save. I'm all right. Although we have the Hunter's Mark for this. Ta-da! Wow. There we go. Dragon's Fury having to be used. There's Flame Strike. So it's dealing 7 to everything. Dragon's Fury is such a good card. And there's a free 4-4. Okay. Guess I'm just coining out a Bold Fist Ogre. This is going to be difficult to win. There's Meteor. Okay. And then we'll just play the second Bold Fist Ogre. Force him to deal with this as well. Sure. But you know, it's fine. It's fine. We'll play the Animal Companion. Always Huffer. No, this time it's Leop. But we're gonna give it +2/+2 and Taunt. Okay, there's Medivh. Okay. Just gonna hit face. Face is the place. Play the Nightblade. Hero power. Maybe win. It's incredibly unlikely. But I'm having fun. This is actually quite fun. There's Thanos. Fireland Portal. Okay. No way. No way. A charge minion? Are you kidding me? No. Ah. I am so salty right now. Ah, so close. But you know what? I think we're going to keep this one in. Because even though I did lose, it was very much in the balance. And I think I could have won that. With a bit more luck, I think I could have won that. That was fun. I really enjoyed that. So that was the basic Hunter deck in a nutshell. A great way to get yourself familiar with the Hunter class and also just the aggro archetype in general. Thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to leave a like on the video, subscribe for more. In the meantime though, I've been JB for Just TCG and I'll see you in the next one.